Hey guys, so I thought I'd do a water fasting vlog while I'm having a bit of an up. I am moving into day 15 at the moment. No real huge changes. The problem I'm fasting for, my post-viral fatigue syndrome, for those of you who have commented saying you've got ME and CFS, I think your symptoms are the same as mine. It's like just an overbearing fatigue that you can't shake, but muscle pains and things of this nature and brain fog. Brain fog, I've had none. Well, I had the fasting brain fog, but not the brain fog I have when I eat whilst fasting. But the pains in my legs the last few days have intensified, and I presume it's because my body is working on something. Now, this is related a little bit of science, so I'll get on to the other side of fasting in a moment for all of you if you're not interested in this. But the mitochondria supposedly are damaged in post-viral fatigue, and I think that is what the pain is. My body is dealing with that issue. So feeling quite breezy, had an emotional few days without any shadow of a doubt. All demons rising inside me, things that I'd forgotten about, things I didn't even think I needed to think about or heal, to be honest, were in there. And my dreams also have been very deep and prophetic, but many of them are personal, so I'm not going to share them too much. As you know, there's a deep emotional healing side to fasting, and I'm in that part of it as well as the physical. Some people asked me, do I exercise when fasting? And the answer is no. If you want your fast to be as successful as possible, you should be as still as possible. If you move, you can move. You do have energy to move. You can walk around and so on and so forth, but you'll just slow down the detox, and that is not why you're fasting. The more still you are, the better and deeper the healing and cleansing is. In fact, the more time you spend in bed with your eyes closed, the better. I'm not able to really watch anything at the moment. I'm doing the odd few emails and writing Facebook posts and so on and so forth. But I can't watch something. I couldn't possibly watch a movie. It would drain me. I just couldn't do that. I can listen to an audio book. I've been enjoying researching the works of Saint Benedict at the moment. It's quite nice for me and relaxing. And resonates with me. It lines up with what I believe in. It lines up with the way I live my life. That aside, I'm in detox. I am in detox, and I want to show you all something that I've shown before, and that is the coated tongue of detox. But I'm going to show this because it's an interesting thing and with reasons. So you can brush your tongue so it doesn't look like this, but I haven't brushed it so I can show you. So you can see how white my tongue is. Now, in a true fast, when you are free of toxemia, your tongue will clear and go pink. And that can happen anywhere between 30, 40 and 50 days. So those of you who think that fasting that long is a bad thing, there are all these processes in your body that tell you that it's a normal thing. It's very normal, and it allows us to increase our health, vitality and longevity. I, on this fast, seek physical healing. But what I have realized is that at the same time, God has taken this time to get the advantage to strengthen me for the year ahead. As I said to Fritzy earlier this week, I was beginning to weaken in my faith. And that's very hard for some of you to hear, I'm sure, because you look to me as if I am a spiritual teacher and servant of God, and I am. However, I was growing so tired and so frustrated, I said to God, famously a nun, I forget her name, her carriage got stuck in mud filled with nuns, and she proclaimed to God, if this is the way you treat your servants, no wonder so few turn to you. And these words have come out of my mouth more than enough over the last 6 months to a year. I have been angry and frustrated at God just because of the overbearing workload and the sickness and not knowing what was going on. But all along, he was there, and he was answering me, and he was telling me to take rest. And as I said before, God can't speak to the carnal mind. Those among us who are carnally minded, it's hard for God to communicate with you. And my carnal mind in this instance was my spiritual arrogance of I can do it. Proving myself to whom I don't know looking back, but it made me very ill indeed. So God was there despite my frustration, but we all get frustrated in our relationship and journey with God. It's perfectly normal, as you do with a family member, and that's how God should be in your life, as a family member. So that is what is going on in my fast at the moment. I've increased my water intake just because I feel that I need to and I want to, and I'm just following my body. Your body will guide you here, there and everywhere. It might tell you to drive fast one day, it might tell you to drink a little extra the next day. And so it is, and that is how you follow the route of the fast. This is how you get in line. I'm keen to start, is what I should say, a new way of life when I leave this fast. And doesn't mean I'm changing everything, but what I mean is I'm learning so much that I want to implement in my life. And I've come to some huge decisions. I'm about to record a video after this one about those decisions and the changes that it'll bring to my life. And I'm happy about them. It makes perfect sense, and it might have took this time of reflection and pain and closeness with God. You know, the flesh of ourselves is not necessarily your enemy, it's a friend of yours. But when it comes to knowing the will of destiny and of God, then the flesh doesn't know. The flesh is the problem with the planet. The flesh is what's got the planet in the state it's in. The heart, the spirit, that knows. And when you fast, your flesh knows. For man does not live by bread alone, but by the word of God. And the word of God is the Spirit. That's where God speaks to you. And this time has allowed a lot for me. A lot of learning, a lot of growth. The spiritual side of fasting to me is key. Most people fail fasts. They give up 4 days, 5 days, a week, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. Some people say can't go half a day. And without the spiritual side, I can't do it. I just can't. I couldn't. Because I need the company. I need the company. So that's all I've got to report, really. Lots of rest, sleeping a great deal. Leg pain has increased, but when you look around and listen to people who have dealt with fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, and all these things, it always happens that your symptoms flare heavily before your body heals them. Because instead of suppressing them until it gets a time for rest, a time for healing, it can go for it. It can actually heal them. So I'm interested to see how this progresses and how long it'll take. I'm hoping in the next week that my symptoms will be gone and I can start getting on with slowly getting on with my life, and I'll be living on a raw diet for a while. A very long while, I suspect. And if it's not ready in a week, then I'll keep going until it is ready. And so it will be. God will guide me, and God will tell me. So that is all I've got to report on the fast, I think. I don't think I had any other events. That's it. Every day is a new day. Who knows? Tomorrow I might be deep in detox. Of course I'm weak and I'm losing weight, by the way. That goes without saying. I'm weaker than normal and I'm losing weight, of course, absolutely. And you know, when you stand up quick, you feel a little bit lightheaded because your blood pressure's different because you're not eating. But that is to be expected. It's normal, absolutely normal. But that science side of things, where I think this was a more spiritual side of it, because I've had very little focus on that. I focused purely on God the last 3 days and my journey spiritually, which strengthens me in what I'm doing. So, love you all. See you all in the next update. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, as it really helps us to grow the channel and with it help more children here in Tanzania. Also, don't forget you can support our work by sharing with children in crisis here, be it sharing for a particular need or even sharing one-on-one support for education, housing, food and medical care. It can be done for as little as the cost of a cup of coffee a week back in the West after all. Just visit www.sharetanzania.co.uk to find out more. Lastly, remember you can also support us via Patreon, www.patreon.com/featherstail, and help keep us here in Tanzania to continue our work. The links for the website and for the Patreon are in the description box of this video. Love and light, guys. See you soon.